Hi everyone, it's Misty, Mother of Truth Budgets. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. I'm going to pick up right where we left off way back, last month, before life went crazy here for us. So we had done, me and you, us, we had done the 7 days of savings challenges to end out July, and then our monthly savings challenges were the end of that. And I said I'd come back with all the totals and everything, and then that's when I kind of got, caught up in life. So these are the totals for the games that we did. And I had already allocated certain games, or certain funds from certain games. Funds from certain games. You guys, it's a struggle. The struggle is real. Anyway, to go to certain sinking funds. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. The longer you go without doing a video, the harder it is. You forget how to talk and everything else. So a few of these were already set to go to paying off the cell phones, our fence fund, car brakes, emergency fund, the kids savings, and fence. So these are all of the challenges that we finished, and these are the amounts that we ended up with for them. I hope you can see them. I have no idea what I'm doing with this angle, but we're going to go for it. We also took the funds out of the mini binder, which were $1,000, and that left us depositing $3,100 into savings, which were for the kids, $2,100 savings, which will be transferred into their own separate accounts, and then the $1,000 from the mini binder. I'm sorry, the $1,000 for the emergency fund, and then that left $4,601 that went into checking until I figured out what I was going to do, because we had to do the car maintenance came up really quick. So since it's been a month, we have done the car brakes, and the phone funds, the fence funds, the kids savings challenges, and the emergency fund are all in savings where they're supposed to be. Oh, and the mini binder, the $1,000 for that, we actually used as kind of a mini getaway when we took the kids to their doctor's appointments in Eugene and had fun there. So that's where that money went. It was a lot of fun. Did we do that? Right? That was 7. Yes, that's right. Because we went like the first week of August, or second week of August, yeah. Because we also went in June, so I'm all confused. I am so sorry. Might edit all this out and do a talk over thing, see if I can. So, anyway, that's where we were at. Fence ended up getting the most funds besides the kids' savings. And that was the end of the 7 days of savings challenges for July. Then came August. Crazy stuff happened in August. Anyway, I was going to do the whole debt confession. I'm going to just add this in here so we can all start in the same spot. If you watched my channel from the beginning, which is only a few videos ago, thank you. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me. I had said before that while I started on my savings journey January 1st of 2023, I did not document it. I didn't start a YouTube channel. I didn't do any of that stuff until May of 2023. So I wanted to show you where we actually started out in January. So these are free sheets, if you don't know, at the Budget Mom website. You can download them and then use them. She's got a bunch of stuff that are free downloads that I actually use. And I use her budget by paycheck method. I was using the single method book or single month books, but I did save enough to get the binder that just came out whenever you guys are seeing this, which is probably end of August. Yeah, end of August. Anyway, okay, so in January, we had tons of we had a lot of debt, a lot of credit card debt. Yeah, so yeah, six credit cards, and I could not find the interest rate when I did this of 2 of them. So we'll just go through. Credit card 1 owed $6,000 on at an interest rate of 29.99%. That is awful. That is awful. I had no idea. I would never be using that card just so frivolously had I known. Now I know. So you know better, you do better, right? Credit card 2, $3,500 at an interest rate of 28.74. And our monthly payment was $120. For credit card 1, it was $200. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have kept that. That's too late now. Anyway. Credit card 3, $2,000. Credit card 4, $1,700. Credit card 5, $6,500. Credit card 6, $10,175. This one was at 14.25%. So while it was the biggest amount of credit card debt, it did have the best interest rate, so that was the one we tackled last. Okay, so what got us into all this debt? Because we were debt-free before the end of we were debt-free until like about quarter of the way through of 2022, and that's because I went a little bit I was dealing with grief. My mom passed away. It was completely unexpected, and all of us, my siblings, my 2 siblings and I, all had a little bit of I don't even know what to call it, just maybe lapse in judgment, or just I don't know, just not making great choices, I guess. And one of mine was, I was upset that I couldn't just come and go and travel to visit my family in another state whenever I wanted to, because we just happened to have a winter where we got snow. We hardly ever get snow here, ever. Anyway, I didn't have a vehicle that was safe to drive in a lot of snow through the mountain passes and everything. So I went a little bit nuts about that. I didn't like, I don't know, my life telling me what I could and couldn't do. I don't even know how to explain it. It's does anybody else out there know how that feels? Like, you're just, how dare you tell me no when no one is telling you no? It's just the circumstances. Anyway, so I went out and I bought a car, and we ended up selling our one of our vehicles that was paid off. But it was like a 2007. It was really old, so it provided some funds, but not a lot of funds. So anyway, we ended up owing $19,000 at 8.24% for this car. But I did have all-wheel drive. I did feel comfortable driving it, and I would not be told no by snow or weather or whatever. Truck repair, we have an old truck that was my father's, and I have always wanted to get it fixed up. Found someone here locally that does restoration, and we owed $6,000 to them. The truck is nowhere near being done. That'll be probably at least another year or 2 years down the road after we get everything under control. But I did not like this debt hanging over, and I didn't like that they had our truck. It made me feel, again, like someone was telling me what to do. I know it sounds like I have a problem with authority, or I don't even know, but I I really don't. I just feel like this time in my life I was not dealing with things great. I was just not myself. So we have that one there too. And then student loans. The beginning of this year started getting all of those notices that student loans were going to go back into repayment. I have been paying on my student loans for almost 30 years. I started working when I was 14 years old, and we're talking like full-time hours, 35 hours a week, while I was in school. So I've been paying, been paying into Social Security since I was 14, and I graduated when I was still 17, got a student loan, and you can do the math. I'm old as dirt. Not really. I'm old. I'm an older mom. I'm an older mom. So I owed $25,000 still after all that. And this is from like 3 different schools. I have changed careers about 6 or 7 times in my life. And, I do believe in education. It's just taken me forever to pay it off. So, the total of that, when I finally laid this all out, and this is probably why I couldn't do my YouTube channel or my debt confession, because this is a lot to have staring you in the face. Like, after doing this, I had to like step away for like a week, maybe longer, because this was too in my face. And by the time it came time to pay those bills again, I was ready to it hurt too bad paying this, knowing that I would, these minimums, I was never going to get ahead of this, and that I had did this. This was me. Me going a little cray-cray. Buying a car we didn't need. Our vehicles were paid off. Just, if I saw something, I liked it. I have a big thing about purses. So, yes, these purses that I bought during this time are on consignment trying to sell. I am ashamed of them. Just a shout out to Liz and Les, because she posted a video telling us her truths and explaining a little bit of her world to us. And she's just so brave. I thought, well, I might as well just put it all out there. So anyway, I'm ashamed of what I did to put my family in this situation. We worked so hard to get debt free the first time, and we have special needs kids. We cannot be frivolous. I mean, depleted saving, everything. It was just bad choices on my part. And I do want to say right here that anybody that's watching that's thinking, oh, these numbers are huge, or you're looking at your numbers and you're thinking, I can't do this. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. In my life, I have been homeless, living in my car. I've lived in a very dangerous part of Reno. I called it my ghetto apartment, but that's all I could afford. I've, had roommates. I've, lived off of ramen and reduced for quick sale hamburger and things like that for a time. I've paid for gas with change in my life. There's just been all, what I want to say is, if you work hard and you put your mind to it, you can conquer what you think is insurmountable. You can do it. So if you've noticed over here on this side of, there were these places to put when we paid them off, which seemed like would never happen, but it did. Since January, we have paid off credit card 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And this was as of our the end of July savings challenges and everything. So, and of course we could not pay off the car, but we did pay off that $6,000 that we owed. And how we were able to do that was because of savings challenges, because of savings. sold that vehicle. Rob sold, basically we sold everything that we didn't absolutely need that still had monetary value that we could sell. Of course, you know, like some things are so valuable to you, but no one else would pay money for them. It's only valuable because you love it, and it's only valuable to you. So, like, we did not have like four-wheelers, and I don't even know, like things like that we could sell, but we sold what we could. And because of that, we were able to do all these things. So that was before July. Okay. After July savings challenges and all of the savings up till then, and working, I had not put any money towards sinking funds at all before the end of July. So every single savings that we made went to debt. Any any work bonuses, anything, all of my tips were put into savings somehow, and that's just where our money went. We were able to pay off that. Is that credit card 5 or credit card 6? No, credit card 5. Yeah, we had paid off credit card 6. We could not pay off credit card 5. And the reason that one was last because it was 0% interest until September. And I really didn't think I was going to be able to get it done by September, but we did. So we did pay this off. Car, still paying off. Cell phone, I found out it would actually cost me more to pay them off. Going forward, we're just going to buy phones outright that we can actually afford and not finance them, and find a plan that works better for us. I feel kind of held hostage in the plan that we're in now, and while I am better mentally than I was last year, dealing with grief, I still don't like someone telling me that I can't do something like pay off my phone. If I'm working hard to do that, I should be able to do that without a penalty. Anyway, so there's not much I can do about it. The savings we had like $378 or $400 that we got through savings challenges for July, and I'm going to reallocate that. I will let you guys know what that is going to be. And so this is like in half of what our debt was. This is amazing. Yes, I cried, and like I said, I tried to shoot this video a couple times and just couldn't put it out there because it was even messier than this, if you can believe that, even messier. One amazing thing that happened just last week is I had got a notice that my student loans were going to be, my first payment was going to be due in August, and I couldn't find out what amount I was supposed to pay and where I was supposed to pay it to, because there was a little bit of restructuring in my student loans. They've always been held by the government. I never got a private loan or anything like that. It was always just a federal student loan. So I finally was able to get in touch with someone because the phones weren't working, the website wasn't working, like things were just crazy. And I got in hold of them, and I was informed by the operator that my student loans had been forgiven because I had paid on them a graduated plan, meaning each year I paid higher and higher payments for over 25 years. That right there, that news, I can't even tell you what that did to me. That broke me. Tears, everything. So when I say crazy things happened in August so far, they have. And it was this amount I had overestimated. It seemed so far away since before COVID, what my balances were and everything. So that was paid off. It's I forget what discharged. It's discharged. So, I'm sorry, that's just so weird to say outright. And I know I'm probably going to get flack for that. I know people have a ton of feelings about this. There were times when my student loan payment was $43 a month, and I literally had to choose between paying that or, you know, kind of gambling to see if the water was going to be shut off or whatever. I guess that was just the adventure of living young, or you know, being out on your own young, and you know, trying to get established in my career and things like that. But 25 years of pain on that, it was, I don't know. I'm sorry if it makes people upset. This was a blessing to me, though. Okay. So I will be doing a new one of these, and we'll subtract that. This is when I finally knew that I could start doing more with my sinking funds. So let's go back to our first page. So I hope some of this made sense. Oh, shout out to, why can't I remember her name? Are you serious? Well, it's Make It Bling by Erica. These are the erasable pens. I love this. I haven't stopped using it since I got it. It's probably almost out of ink because that's been a lot of writing and checking and math. Anyway, so I think that's it for this video. I plan on getting back on track and doing 2 to 3 videos a week. This is probably the 4th time in my journey that I've had to pivot my my target or my heading, the way that I was going about things, just because circumstances changed and either I was able to do something different or I wasn't able to do what I had planned. So please keep that in mind too, that if your journey changes, it's okay. If you can't do what you thought you were going to do, it's okay. Don't quit. Just pivot. Just adapt. Just do what you can. And it's okay to go a little easy on yourself. You know, it's okay to say, this didn't work, I'm going to try this. So just keep going, because I promise you it will be worth it in the end. I think that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in and getting through this, because I know it was horrible and long and choppy. I hope you know that this was a really hard video to make, and I'm happy to share my journey with you. I don't know why it's so hard to talk about. I'm ashamed of what I did to my family, putting us in this debt. And yeah, but I've got to tell you that I feel just a little bit more redeemed about myself, I guess. That's probably not the right word, but you know, I've been working hard to pay this off. I mean, I got a second job. I've been saving everything. We've cut everything out that wasn't a necessity. You know, just that kind of stuff. Anyway, thank you. And oh, one other thing that happened. We thought this is actually good news. Let's end on a high note. Let's go out with a bang. We had thought that our French bulldog was pregnant. We have 2 French bulldogs. We thought the female was pregnant. And the vet kind of thought I was crazy, because they're like, oh, French bulldogs never naturally breed and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I know my dog. We went in. They finally gave me an appointment to just do a puppy count, which is an x-ray. And I think they really thought that I was I would go away after that, because they were going to tell me she wasn't pregnant. She was pregnant. And she was pregnant with 7 puppies. And the next day she had them. Like, my count on that was that we would have 2 or 3 weeks after I found out that she for sure was having puppies. And the next day she had them. And she had 6 healthy puppies. One of them didn't make it. But I'm going to try and put some pictures up here and there and everywhere. They are already 3 times the size that they were when they were born. I haven't ever had puppies like that, so I didn't know the stages. They're just opening their eyes this week, and they're so darn fast, and they're little butter balls. Their tummies are so big that like they can actually like sit on their or be on their tummies like a beach ball, and their feet just stick out and not even touch the ground because they're so cute. Anyway, I hope you like these little pictures. We've already picked out names for them, but we're not telling anybody yet. So anyway, I hope you enjoy a little bit of puppy time. Thank you guys. Bye.